Hi, I'm Scott Flowers with Cloud Ninjas. Today we're here to continue our series on the Dell PowerEdge R230 server. In this video we're going to show you how to rack your server. Let's get going. Hey, thanks for stopping by today to learn a little bit more about the Dell PowerEdge R230 server. Do us a favor, if you find anything that helps you in this video, click that like and smash that subscribe. All right, let's hop in now. This video is going to be specifically dedicated to how to rack and technically how to unrack your Dell R230 server. So what we'll do in this video as a whole is we're going to go over the different types of rails that are compatible. Then we're going to show you how to physically install and rack your 230 server. So let's just hop into all the fun stuff. If you look at Dell's site or what Dell puts out online or their technical guide or all that great information, it's going to tell you that the static A4 rail kits work, and that is accurate and that is true. And that is what you'll see over here on this side. Now, I want to point out with the A4 rail kits that the outers are actually the exact same as the A8 rail kit, which can be used, which is the static rail kit that can be used for the R640, for instance. It can be used for a couple other servers too, but the 640 is the real big one that people will use that static rail kit for. But the inners are different. So that turns out to be the A8. So if you see online someone saying, hey, we have an A8 rail kit for your R230, that will not work. Let me just hope right there that saves someone some headache somewhere, because there's a little bit of confusion out there and the outers are the same. So then you go buy that, but the inners are different and it won't line up, it won't rack, it won't work. Okay, so I just want to start with that. The flip side, we were playing around and one of my guys did this on accident actually. They grabbed the R630 and R640 sliding rail kit, and I said, no, that's not going to work for this. And they go, no, it works fine. And I go, rack it, because it won't work. It does. It actually works fine. It'll line up. It's still a little bit long, but it'll line up and it'll work perfect for it. And so if you're actually looking for a sliding rail kit for the R230, now it's going to be longer. So some people who want the R230 like it because it's the smaller kind of pizza box one that will fit into smaller racks. Well, then obviously this A7 over here sliding rail kit's not going to be the one for you, but it will work. So if you're putting it into a regular rack and you want a sliding rail kit because you don't really like static, you can use an A7. So that was good news. Wish we knew that about 5 years ago, but hey, that's good news. So you can use an A4 for static or an A7 for sliding. So let's go ahead and show you how to put the inners on first for the static. All right, I have my ESD gear on. We are safe to work on our machine. So what we're going to do right now is show you how to install the static rail kit. If you're interested in the sliding rail kit, check out our Dell R630 or R640 server video. It'll be the exact same except for it's a different chassis, but it'll work the exact same. That we already have a sliding rail video up for the A7. So, but if you're doing the static rail kit, that's what we're going to focus on here. So you will actually install your inners onto the chassis before you install the rail kit. So what we'll end up doing is actually installing the inners onto the server first, then we'll install the outers, and then you just slide it right on in. So what you'll notice is there are 3 rivets. The inners are the exact same, so if you're wondering, oh, is there a left inner or a right inner, they're the same. So what you're going to do is line up these 3 holes right here. So we're going to get everything lined up nice and clean, and once you have everything in, we're just going to simply pull this back. So now it's actually locked into place, okay? So now let's say you were trying to remove this. Maybe you came here because you're like, hey, how actually do I get these inners off? Well, this little button right here, I shouldn't even call it a button, this little clip, you're going to want to take this clip and pull it out, which is actually pretty hard with my ESD gear on, but I'm going to pull this out, and it'll lift it over the rivet, and then this will come off, okay? So again, what you'll want to do is essentially line these 3 holes up and then just click it into place. So it's just that simple. And then later we're going to talk about this blue button and how important it is when you're trying to remove this from your rack, but this is the blue button that we'll be talking about later. All right, so what we'll do now, I'm going to go ahead and pop this in on the other side, and then we're going to go ahead and rack this bad boy. All right, so we'll line the 3 rivets up and then just click it into place. So now we'll pick this up and we will literally just slide it in to the outer rails. All right, so first things first, we have our outer rails here since we put our inner rails on the server already. And if you look on the inside, it's going to say left front. So we're going to take this one and put it on the left front side. Yes, I know it's crazy complicated. So Angel is in the back here helping me out. Angel, we're going to do number 6 right here. And what Angel's going to do in the back is, you can see right here, there's these 2 pegs as well as this little hook. He's going to hook it into the back, so he's going to come on the outside and then hook it in. And the same thing on the front right here. There's 2 pegs and a little hook, and I will do the same on the front. So let's hit number 6, Angel. All right, so I'm going to line it up right here for the 6. Put the 2 pegs in, and you'll see it clip in. And now it's officially locked in. So if I were to try to grab it, it's locked into place. Now let's say you're watching this because you're like, hey, how do I actually take it out of my rack? How do I remove it? This blue button right here, we're just going to pull this out, and then we can take our rails back out. So again, you can just pop this in. And if you want to take it out, you just pull this blue clip out. All right, so next up we have right front right here. So we're just going to line everything up on 6 again, Angel. So again, he's just taking the 2 pegs in the back. I'll slide this forward, take these 2 pegs, and then the hook will just pop right in, so everything's locked into place. And again, if I wanted to take it out, just the blue clip and pull it right out, so it will just click right into place. All right, so now that we have our outer rails in, all we need to do is slide our server in and line up the inner rails. So Angel, go ahead and please bring it over. So we have the inner rails already installed. So we are just going to take this, line this up, and then we'll just slide this in. And it'll just click right into place. So now this is physically locked in. So let's say we wanted to take our server out. What do? So right here, you just are going to push this up, and this will pull out, and then we will just slide it out. So again, we will just push this up, slide this out, and that's how you would remove it. All right, so you'll notice it gets locked into place right here. So what do? How do I get it out? So you just push this blue button on the side, and it'll slide forward, and now we can take it all the way back out of the rails. And then again, if you wanted to take the rails off, you would do the blue clip, and you can remove your server from the rack. So let's go ahead and slide this back in one more time, Angel. All right, so that's how you rack your R230 server. Do us a favor, if you found anything that helps you in this video, click that like and smash that subscribe. And if you're looking for any custom built servers, even something newer than the old 13th gen, we do 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th coming out. And we do a lot more than Dell. If you need HPE, if you need Lenovo, if you need Supermicro, Gigabyte, Asus, we'd love the opportunity to earn your data center's business. Please email us at sales@cloudninjas.com. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Take care.